What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back with another video, man. And you already know what I need you to do. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell, because it does go a long way with helping out the channel. If this is your first time, welcome to Home and Us Podcast. We talk about everything semen retention and no fap. If you stumbled across this channel, man, listen, it's no accident. I already know why you're here. You're tired of releasing on your keyboards, your laptops, and your desktops. You're tired of being manipulated and dominated by female culture, man. You're in the right place. If you already been rocking with your boy, man, you already know the love is real. I want to give a huge shout out to all the new subscribers and everybody that's been rocking with your boy since day one, man. I really appreciate the love. And hey, let's get into this video. So today's video, man, is the truth, the real truth about putting women on pedestals. And I want you guys to really watch this video all the way to the end, because I really want to break this down, because I feel like the red pill culture is really distorting the minds of men in regards to what it means to put a woman on a pedestal. And you know, on this channel, man, we always got to keep it a buck 100. We always got to keep God first. That's just what we do, right? We are seeking to live out our lives in the proper way, man. And we don't want to be used and manipulated by women. So I understand a little bit of why guys fall into the trap of the red pill, you know, ideology, man. So without further ado, man, let's really get into this video, bro. Guys, listen. When it comes to putting women on pedestals, you're not putting a woman on a pedestal because you give her a compliment. That doesn't equate to putting women on a pedestal because you say something nice about them. Oh, you know, you're a very attractive woman, or oh, you know, I like your outfit, or oh, I like this about you, or oh, whatever the case may be. You're not putting a woman on a pedestal if you open a door for her. You're not putting a woman on a pedestal if you take her out to dinner. You're not putting a woman on a pedestal if you are just being a genuinely good guy. You're not putting a woman on a pedestal. And I think what happens is, when we watch this red pill content, we get into a particular mindset to where I'm not going to validate these hoes. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to, you know, say anything nice about them. I'm going to, you know, act indifferent and, you know, things of that nature. Now, this is not dating advice. You understand? I can go into that type of content in another video, but this is, so I'm not going to really take the time to break that down. I really want to just stick to the point of really what it means to put a woman on a pedestal and what it doesn't mean as well. So again, you know, just being nice, being a genuinely good dude, you know, taking a girl out or complimenting her, or whatever the case may be, that is not putting a woman on a pedestal, bro. Right? So you don't have to feel like you are losing some type of power if you give a woman a compliment. Right? You can give a woman a compliment, man. You can say she look nice. You can say you like this feature, this attribute about her. That's okay, right? If you feel like you're losing some type of power because you give a woman a compliment, then you really got to reevaluate yourself. You feel me? If you're gonna lose to a woman because you said that she looks a certain way, then you're gonna, you know, you gotta take a look in the mirror, man, and you know, something's not right there. And I'm not judging you. I'm just saying you need to reevaluate, right? The moment, let me say this. There's only one way to put a woman on a pedestal. There's only one legit way to put a female on a pedestal. There's only one way to do that. And that is when you allow that woman to cross over your boundaries that you set for yourself. The moment you allow a woman to go past your boundaries, to violate your boundaries, to violate your principles as a man, the moment you allow that to happen, the moment you allow that to slide, the moment you elevate her over your boundaries, now you have put a woman on a pedestal. That's when you begin to lose the battle. That's when you begin to fade away as a man. That's when your manhood is being dissipated every single second that you're engaged with this particular female. Is when you allow these women to cross your boundaries. If you said, this is my boundary, right? And obviously you're not going to go out of your way to explain everything about what you don't like to a female out the gate, but there's going to be some parameters that you're already going to have been set that you know as a man, that if somebody crossed these boundaries, you know, now we have a problem. The moment you allow a woman to violate your principles as a man, you put her on a pedestal. That's how you put a woman on a pedestal. So stop saying if you give a woman a compliment, you put her on a pedestal, because that's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You put her on a pedestal when you allow her to violate your principles as a man. And the only way to stand firm in your manhood and your masculinity is to not allow her to violate your principles. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you allow that woman to violate your principles, it's over for you. It is over for you. It's not over for you if you tell a woman she looks nice. It's not over for you if you open the door for a woman. It's not over for you if you do something nice. It's over for you when you allow that woman to take advantage of you by exceeding your boundaries. That's when it's over for you. So you can be confident in yourself and you can be the man that you truly are. You ain't got to walk around and be like, oh man, I gave her a compliment. Boom, boom, boom. Now, again, this is not a dating video. You know, if you guys want me to do a video on that, you know, I can do that for you. Just drop it in the comments below. And, you know, I'll push a video out on that, on what you should do or how you should play it. I'll do that for you, right? But I want to set the record straight. Is that validating, well, I shouldn't say validating, giving a woman a compliment is not putting her on a pedestal, man. The only way you put a woman on a pedestal is when you give up your principles. When you give up your principles, you've put her on a pedestal. And here's the reason why you put her on a pedestal. Because now you've elevated that woman above God. You've elevated that woman above God. So now now it's a struggle to even call yourself a man, because you've allowed the female nature to turn you away from the divine being. That's what you've done, right? We see that with Ahab, King Ahab. He turned away from God for Jezebel. We see that with Solomon. He turned away from God for all of his foreign women. We see that with Samson. He turned away from God for the sake of a woman, right? When these guys began to do what they did, that is when they put those women on a pedestal. Samson put Delilah on a pedestal. Ahab put Jezebel on a pedestal. Solomon put these foreign wives on a pedestal, and they had to pay the cost for that, right? But by being nice to these women, by providing for these women, by being a gentleman to these women, that didn't put these women on a pedestal. The pedestal came into play is when they had to set aside their core principles. They had to set aside their core beliefs of what they believed as a man. When they had to put those beliefs aside in order to retain or gain sexual favors, That's when these women got put on a pedestal, and that's when you actually begin to worship the woman. That's when you begin to worship her. Once you put that woman on a pedestal, at that very moment, she has become your God. She has become your deity. She has become your source of validation and approval. And at that point, man, you can't say you're a man at that point. Your manhood has been suspended. Your man card has been suspended indefinitely until you can get yourself back on track. Now, you already know on this channel we talk about semen retention, right? And I tell you guys all the time is if you can control your sexual appetite, it's not going to be too many things that you're going to be manipulated and tricked into. If I can control my sexual appetite and another man can't, I'm more powerful than that man. That's just a fact. You can be stronger than me. You can be faster than me. You can be taller than me. You can be whatever than me. But if you can't control your sexual appetite, I'm more powerful than you. That's just what it is. And that's why we have to continue to retain our seed. And like I tell you guys all the time, man, listen, you're not going to retain forever. I get that. I know that. But you have to use your sexual energy to your advantage. Everyone is out here trying to take your sexual energy away. TikTok is trying to take your sexual energy away. Instagram is trying to take your sexual energy away. These women out here, bars and clubs, they're trying to take your sexual energy because your sexual energy is currency. It produces revenue. It produces validation. It's very, very powerful when you give your sexual energy away. Why do you think porn is so big and it's free? Because companies advertise off of your viewership, right? Why do you think, Instagram, TikTok, and these Snapchat, why do you think these companies are successful? Because a lot of what you see on there, man, is sexual content. Your attention to it is currency for the ones who are producing it. And when you understand and when you learn how to control your sexual energy and you can garner it and you can direct it in the way that you want to direct it, now you're becoming powerful. Now you're walking in the light. Now you can't be manipulated on your path to success. You hear the stories all the time. Dudes had promising careers, promising futures, and they let it all go to waste because they were chasing after a woman. A woman, I told you guys in my other video, I forget what video it was, but you should never put a woman first. Ever in your life do you put a woman first. At best, she can be number 3, but she can never be 1. If you want to make her 2, you can, but I highly recommend that you don't do that. At best, a woman can be 3 in your life, and that's just the way it has to be. It's number 1 is God. Number 2 is your career, how you make money. And then the woman comes 3rd. And if you ask me, 3 is a great number. That's a high spot for a woman. When you look at the Bible, Adam had a responsibility to God first. Then God gave him a job to take care and rule the earth, right? And then God gave him a woman. So that's where I get my 1, 2, 3 from. Listen, guys, you can give a woman a compliment. You can tell a woman she looks nice. You can tell a woman, hey, you have some nice legs, or you have a beautiful smile, or I just love your face, or you can open the door for her, right? You can love on them a little bit, man. You can do that, right? I can't give you all the dating advice. That has to be another video, but you got to let me know if that's what you want. If that's what you want, then I can do a video on how to do that the proper way, right? But don't think you're putting a woman on a pedestal because you give her a compliment, man. You put her on a pedestal when you forsake your own personal principles, when you forsake God, when you allow a woman to exceed your boundaries, after you've clearly defined those boundaries for her, or if she's crossed your boundaries and you let her know, okay, you crossed I can't let you do that, right? And then she continues to do that. At that moment, when you decide that you're going to accept that, because she got some bee stings, or because she got a pretty face, or because she got a badunkadunk, whatever it is, man, at that moment, you have prostituted your masculinity. You have put this woman on a pedestal, and your man card has been suspended, man. This is Hold My Nuts podcast, man. I love y'all. You know that. I'm gonna holler at you in the next video. Peace.